All right. So, hey, Ben and Lisa, I'm sorry we missed you guys. I think we got our wires crossed a little bit. I mean, the goal of this was really to help you guys in any way you want to and give you some free advice, free consulting. Joanne and I always ask, do we have permission to coach you? And you guys had given us permission before. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about the emails that you guys have been sending and some things like that. So this is the email as it comes across into my inbox, the one that you sent us previously. Obviously, major issue, lots of images that have issues, and happy to work with you guys on this. Right, the email is not bad. You need to have a preview line at the top. You need to really get right to the point, what the value is, what you're selling before you're doing this as well. There's it needs a lot more text in here as well. You need a 50-50 text to image ratio. By the way, my son loves his face shields. By the way, he wears those every day to school now. And so the product works, the product's good. We just need to get the word out. I don't know, Joanne, if you have any feedback on this email that they were sending, but what would have caught your attention?
I think that that it did need more text. My thing is, that I love a compelling question in the subject line that makes me want to open it, or something that is about safety, which is what kind of the thing was. Oh. This is not. There's not the subject line's not compelling enough for me to open it. And then once I get in it, I'm like you. I think it needs some more text, and I think that would be really important, because you had mentioned that Blake absolutely loves it and feels like it's a really good option for him.
I just realized I wasn't sharing my screen when I was going through it, but this is what the way it comes across, right? At least an outlook is there's nothing that shows up. There's nothing at the top that really tells you what the email is about. So I had sent you guys a bunch of articles that I've written on best practices for email. You want a 50-50 text to image ratio. I mean, it's nice looking images. I mean, it's a nice looking color scheme. Everything's nice. It just needs a little more text and a little bit more punch in this email. Because I mean, we're talking about mouth guards, and then we're selling face shields in here. So I think that's another big thing. You want to stay very specific, right, with what you're doing. And is this the word sale and all that type of stuff? It gets a little overplayed too when you get a little too salesy, especially for dental practices, because they get so many of these in a day.
I think it's back to if there were a way that you could reconnect in your team meetings and actually see someone smile again, would you be interested? We can help you with that. I think because yes, you still have to wear this when you're with patient care. But when I saw it, that's what I thought about. I thought about in our team meetings, we're spaced out, but we still have masks on. This would be huge. Even like to say that. Are there any occasions where you want to be protected, but you'd still like to see your teammates smile, or your patients smile? I mean, I think that there's a way to use this that's far beyond this overstock face shields while they last. I mean, it's about what's the pain? The pain is we miss seeing people's teeth and their smiles. And I think that's the piece for this that would make it move faster. I really think you think about if every doctor just bought one of these for all their team to be able to use during team meetings, or your team, do you wish that your team meetings, you could connect again and see the emotions? We can help. I mean, I think that there's something here that's way bigger than it's a face shield. I mean, I really do. I mean, I think that's a huge piece. That's why Blake likes it.
Protect and connect, protect while still connect, or connect while still protecting, or something along that lines, right? I mean, we can work with them a little bit more on that.
Yeah. You wish you could connect and still be protected. I think.
And I did email.
Missing your team's smiles. I mean, I think that there's a way to really do that. I really do.
I think maybe they thought that we were going to try and charge them for this or something. They've got tools to do this. Normally we do, but maybe that's what turned them off on joining the call. But so Joanne, while we're on too, you were going to give these guys some feedback on the mouth guard that you have, that you used, and that they delivered to you, and all that type of thing.
Yes, I love it. I think it's great. Chuck said it's, really easy to use, and I have the standard one that I wear. It is, it's much thinner and it's not as thick. The cost is, obviously much better. The only feedback we had was Chuck said, as a dentist, he said, what's going to happen is if I sell this, because I think one of the things that Ben or one of them shared was that with Delta Dental, you could use this one particular code and charge like $600 or something. And so when I was sharing that with Chuck, he said, well, that's all fine and good, but here's my concern. If a patient goes and finds this, and they can, right, because it's out there where they could sell direct to the public. If a patient finds this and I charge 600 and they find this online like that, because they will, sometimes they price compare to whatever, what are they going to think? And so for him, it was about which market is it that you want to really get in and stay in. If it's the direct to consumer, that's cool. But if it is to get into this, and it is a better price point. He said, even sometimes when he does the heavier mouth guard with somebody who's like a cosmetic case, because he doesn't want them to break the veneers or whatever, they'll say like, I'm not going to wear that, or I'm not, whatever. He said, this would be an option where if you had somebody like that, you wouldn't get hurt giving them one of these and saying, look, I want you to wear this, but here's one if you find that you can't wear this, because of the cost involved on the other one. There's several ways I think to do it, but I think his main thing was making sure whatever market you're going to be in, that you go for that market, because he feels like that the dentist will be turned off if they find out that a patient can go find it, by name, by the same name, at a much less expensive fee.
Yeah. Yep. Perfect. All right. That's good feedback. And lastly, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was we're working with a good friend of mine runs a company called Jordan Taub, and he's got this atrocious looking website for selling his products. They've been around a long time. Everybody knows them, so they don't really go to their website. But I thought, as he had asked me, hey, can you give me some advice, feedback, and maybe potentially rebuild a marketplace? Yours is just a really nice marketplace. So I like your search on here. I like the shopping cart, everything you did. So before I offered it up to him, I wanted to see if you guys might be open to stripping out all your products, of course, but selling the back end of the marketplace that you've got. And this could be a pretty good potential revenue opportunity. There's a lot of product companies out there, right, Joanne? You know this because you've gone to their websites where it's just horrible interface, right? And it's all over dental. So if we could sell this for, $5,000 or whatever it is, the framework, or something reasonable that comes with it, could be a good revenue opportunity. So anyway, just want to share those thoughts with these guys. So hope everybody's doing well. Have a good weekend. We'll talk next week. I think that's the feedback that we wanted to give today, but I'm happy to give you more feedback send us the next email that you want to send out, and we'll break it apart and give you feedback on it if you'd like. So we're here to help. Thanks, guys.